If you're really hoping that these two characters will get back together, stop hoping. Stop hoping on something that you'll never have. This character has been established since the death of Gwen Stacy. Agenda, always. Always. For good and bad. I'm not gonna lie, Nick Spencer did good things, but a lot of it was just catering. So, and a lot of it made you hope, are they gonna get back together? Are they gonna get back together? They're never gonna get back together. They're never gonna get back together. And I guarantee you, the new guy will do the same. And honestly, that is nothing more but the facts. I'm not being toxic, I'm just saying the goddamn truth. The truth hurts. The truth hurts. For me, I'm only speaking for me. I don't want them together because we established them before and it would only just cater to people. Catering. And I don't see Marvel really putting them together unless they're going to go out of business, which I don't see anytime soon. And I'm being real when I'm saying this. This character has been the most successful agenda character since day one of the death of Gwen Stacy. And everybody bought into it. They established themselves more often. And hell, they did it again. And yeah, you had your low sales, but people went up to go buy those books again. You'll never win. And I think the fans just need to move on. There are books for this relationship for you that you probably haven't even touched. And if you have, you're probably satisfied at that point. If I need to read Mary Jane and Peter Parker, I'll go read the old Spider-Man comics or go read the Ultimate Spider-Man comics by Brian Michael Bendis. And I'm being real when I'm saying this. I truly believe that people need to start fucking moving on. But you know what? With a piece of shit community comic book fans are, and I mean there are piece of shit people. Like a lot of times there are good people. My friend Rin, my friend Nick, and my best friend Tevya. People like them I could trust. People like them I could talk to. But a lot of times I see in YouTube land, all of it's just they would rather have catering than not have new stories. New stories. Introduce new stories. Introduce newer enemies. Newer storylines that could have Peter Parker test his limit. Have him be a hero. Don't bullshit your audience so many times on this specific fucking relationship. But you know what? It's gone down to a point to where they're nothing more than a meme. They're nothing more than a meme. Marvel memes us to where they tease you on something to where you want it, I want it, and then after that you fucking just literally don't get it. It's the most worst fucking shit I've ever seen in my entire life. But you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine. I could have a good laugh. I could have a good laugh on people literally just all pissed off because they didn't get what they want. Accept what's done and moved on. And if they are going to get back together, they got to do renew your vows. They got to do renew your vows. And they won't. They're too either A, afraid, or B, don't give a fuck and refuse that whole thing. Refuse to do it. They'll do it in alternate continuity. No problem. But in terms of canon, fuck that. That character has agenda. That's our agenda character. And everyone will buy it because of it. I mean, it's stupid. It's dumb. And it's pathetic. But yet again, the fan base is the most stupid, blind, and dumb to buy into it. And they have been successful since the death of Gwen Stacy. And you couldn't tell me 30 issues of Peter Parker having depression, and then after that he wants to hook up with Mary Jane? Fuck you! Fuck you! No, absolutely not. It's talk about Marvel knew they fucked up and they had to play damage control. Go read those 30 issues. The death of Gwen Stacy, all the way down to the ending of the Clone Saga. The original one, the very first Clone Saga. You couldn't tell me that's Peter Parker, the man he was all worried about with Gwen Stacy, the man that cried his fucking eyes out, the man that had fucking dreams about her, the man that pretty much assumed almost every single blonde he had, or every single blonde he made up and thinking it's Gwen Stacy and all that shit. You couldn't tell me that. And you couldn't tell me the times when he was with Mary Jane and getting ice cream or hanging out and all that stuff. You couldn't tell me there was no chemistry. There was no like connection to where he wanted to have another relationship. Are you fucking kidding me? No way. No way. Absolutely not. This character has been the most successful agenda character, and everyone bought into it, and no one could change it. You can't turn the wheel because it's too little too late by doing that. They got rid of Gwen Stacy because they didn't want to have a relationship with him and all that stuff, and plus the editor had a thing with redheads. You got rid of Mary Jane after you establish Peter Parker having a relationship, having a kid in a different continuity, having all this stuff in this one little hole of universe that Marvel did with this character. Now you establish, let's have him be single, and if you have him hook up with someone, let's hook him up with Mockingbird or a few other people, and if it doesn't work out, let's just fucking mix shit up as we go along. That's how it is to now on Spider-Man. Mix shit up as we go along. My dad told me that when he stopped reading Spider-Man comics. All it is just make up shit as we go along. There's nothing really special. And that's not an opinion, it's a fact. There are very few times that you could have a great Spider-Man run. Now, granted, I could say a lot of the shit that Dan Slott did were fucking 10 times better than half the shit than Spider-Man over his years. Because it was something new and different. I want something new and different in Spider-Man. I want something to where Peter Parker is trying to test his limit, trying to figure out what he needs to do in his life, and also another thing is, if he's going to hook up with somebody, it needs to be somebody else. And I mean, you need to establish it permanently. You can't just back on it. They did it before, they'll do it again. And I really feel Marvel doesn't want to do any of that. Marvel doesn't want to have Peter Parker in a relationship. Marvel wants to have Peter Parker a single guy because they want to have that demographic between people's connection. And to be fair, that's true. That is also true. They want to have that demographic. They'll have Peter Parker as a father figure. They'll have him be with a relationship between Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy in alternate continuities, but they will never, ever, 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 ever have him get married fully in canon. Again. I just don't understand why fans just accept the L. They can't take it. They just can't take it. Give up. It's over. It's over. And don't give me that Rambo shit. Nothing is over. Nothing. Bullshit. It is over. Move on. Either you accept the directions that Marvel's going to take with the character, or stop reading the character entirely. And a lot of people have. A lot of people have done that. And I don't blame them. I do not blame them. So, yeah. I had to do my mini little rant on the Spider-Man fans who want Mary Jane and Peter Parker together. Personally, I don't want them together. And if they are going to put them together, you need to do renew your vows. Which they'll never do. They'll never do renew your vows. They'll never do it. Because if they did, not only you'll have something new and different for Peter Parker, but you'll have a family Spider-Man comic. And I do not believe Marvel would want to do that because it's already been done in an alternate continuity. You know, I love Marvel, but I feel like the fan bases of Marvel are fucking stupid. But I feel like a lot of times they're right in a lot of ways. And I feel like a lot of times they're so right, it's not funny. And, yeah, that's just saying a lot. Anywho, guys, I'm done now. I rest my case. Tell me. I'd love to know. I'm wrong. If you're going to tell me I'm wrong, prove it. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me why should they be together? Because honestly, I have no reason to believe they should be together. All I see is just a bunch of fans forcing and trying to push that button, put them together. It's a fucking joke. Seriously. There's no reason for them to be together. Because you're just catering to people. Unless you're going to put something new and different. Which they're not going to do that. And if you're going to tell me they should, then all I see is you rather have catering. Catering. And catering, I hate the most.